I'm astonished. So the price dropped on silver this week,
Yep.
and I'm watching the premiums just go up.
Yeah, what?
I've never seen premiums as high as they are right now.
Silver and gold prices are expensive right now, so what should you do in these times of absurd premiums? How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Stormy here. If you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a guy in a bucket talking about precious metals. So make sure you blast that subscribe button, get the bell notification clicked. That way you get updated with any new content. So it's no surprise that silver and gold are very expensive. And there's a whole bunch of things that you can be doing in order to keep your costs down. One thing is obvious, and that's to develop a great relationship with a local coin shop. I've built a relationship with Steve at US Coin Trust over the last 3 years and continue to do quite a bit of business with him. And you've seen him featured on this channel quite a few times. A lot of people in the stacking community, however, they do not have access to a local coin shop. So one thing to consider is some of these coin shops, especially the ones that you see on YouTube featured in channels such as my own, a lot of these coin shops, they'll actually ship to you across state lines. You just have to give them a call and see. But in the event that you don't have a local coin shop, who do you turn to? There's a lot of online retailers who specialize in the sales of silver and gold bullion, and I've done many videos on these various businesses of who you can go to and trust. One of them happens to be JM Bullion, who happens to be sponsoring this video. In fact, why don't we just quickly check out their website before we just dive right into today's topic. If you are looking to buy silver, gold, or other precious metals, then you're going to need to head over to jmbullion.com/empire. JM Bullion is one of the world's largest and most trusted online dealers of all things precious metals, currency, collectibles, and more. So again, check out jmbullion.com/empire or copy the link in the description. So there is one consideration right there is jmbullion.com. And like I said, they are a great source of various precious metals if you do not have access to a local coin shop. Now, the things that you're seeing here happen to be what you would call like higher premium gold coins, with the exception of the American Gold Eagle and the Canadian Maple Leaf. These are kind of like your standard stacking coins. But oftentimes, you would be very surprised when you look at some of these different types of gold coins, which happen to be, collectible. Well, actually, this one maybe not as much, but still, these lower mintage gold coins. Some of them will carry hefty premiums on them. However, some of them sometimes will be either comparable to the price of a gold eagle, or sometimes they might even be less expensive than a gold eagle. And it's always important that you keep your options open and that you shop around. Now, one of the things, though, I do want to get into with regard to the premiums is the recent discussion on silver raids and gold raids coming in mid-May. I've already talked about the reasons why these are a horrible idea, but I thought it was important to also check with Steve from my local coin shop and get his input on the whole silver raid and gold raid issue. Would you say on average, though, the majority of your customers that come in, do they tend to stick heavily with silver? Do you see them buy more gold, or do you see platinum starting to make a...
I think gold is number one right now. Gold has been number one for quite a while. A lot of people are not liking the market, really, and
sure,
they're looking to park their money. So, again, they're investing. Preservation of wealth is really where the overall mindset is. Don't get me wrong, I still have my guys coming in and buying silver like crazy. Junk silver has really been on fire. I've been selling a lot of pre-64 stuff.
Right.
A lot.
That's
Normally I would wholesale that, but I've been selling enough over the counter now.
Right.
That I haven't had enough to wholesale.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad problem to have, but...
Yeah, people right now, they're seeing that the silver prices are starting to come down a bit, and they're hoping to, buy as much as they can for the cheapest amount possible. And junk silver for a time there, it was expensive. I know.
It still is. I'm astonished. So the price dropped on silver this week, and I'm watching the premiums just go up.
Yeah, what?
I've never seen premiums as high as they are right now in half dollars.
It's absurd.
I've never seen it. It's unbelievable.
I know.
Because, what is the physical is saying, no, we're not coming down. This is a phenomenon that's never happened. It's probably been the longest number one complaint of coin dealers.
Yep.
Is that why are we so stuck to the spot price of what our actual physical is?
Right.
Because there was times back in the day when you couldn't get silver, but yet the price didn't reflect that.
Right.
Now it's kind of finally made that parting, which is so good and so nice in the silver world.
Yeah. So, you know what? This actually is a good segue. I know you don't always watch my content, but I posted a video recently pretty much saying what a horrible idea it is for people to get involved in these quote-unquote silver raids. And the reason being is because, a lot of these, there's some channels on YouTube who are saying to people that they need to go out, spend, thousands and thousands of dollars on buying silver in hopes to break the COMEX. And what they don't realize is that one has nothing to do with the other. And to your point now, physical metal prices aren't correlated to the spot price. Two totally different animals. So my question to you is, what are your thoughts on the raids? I mean, I would imagine you like them in terms of getting a lot of foot traffic in the door, but it cleans you out. I mean, I just want to know, what do you think about that?
From a business point of view, of course, that's good for me because, people want to come down and they want to buy silver, whatever. Do I actually stand behind the fundamentals behind it? No, not really. Because, listen, no matter where your angle is, you're not going to go up against the Fed.
No.
You're not.
No.
I mean, we all think that we're all big and bad.
Oh, it's...
Believe me when I tell you.
Laughable.
It really is,
And, I remember being here, and it was during the raid, and you had people coming in, and they were just cleaning you out.
Oh, yeah.
And, we saw the various online dealers increase their minimums. I mean, I don't know if you remember, it was it went from $200 minimums to $300 minimums, then to $500. Then the turnaround time was really delayed.
Because they were getting dried up. Their physical pile was getting dried up, and they needed to shop it. They had to go on the market and buy silver.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Did it make a short-term difference? It did.
Right.
It absolutely
did. But on the
it
physical,
it moved the needle. It definitely did. So I mean, was there impact? Yes. But what happened? The big bank said, no, we're not having this. And what they do, they went in there and just smashed the silver price.
Dropped.
And guess what? It's still kind of in that.
It's still smashed.
Yeah, it is.
And
they're basically saying, nah, you guys are puny.
Yes, exactly right. And then there are some people that I laugh at some of them because they're like, you dummies, And then there's others who you feel bad about because there are people that will just on their credit cards. I've heard stories of people taking out money from their home equity.
Well, so this is what I'll tell you, and this is no different than any other speculative idea in life. Do your homework. Do your homework. Is this really going to work? In history, what are some of the similar scenarios that have taken place? Do your due diligence.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the media. I mean, we all know that you can get swayed and pushed in different directions. We all, I'm sure, have been down that path before. But just be smart. Do due diligence.
Yep.
And that's there's no better advice in my opinion than that.
Absolutely. So you heard it from Steve, ladies and gentlemen. Just say no to raids. So as you see there, Steve happens to be a professional and has been in the gold and silver dealing business for a very long time. Says raids are a terrible idea. So you definitely want to make sure that you are doing your due diligence, your research on the issue of these silver raids, which are supposed to be happening. I've spoken out against these, as have other large channels within the stacking community, such as Spectacular, Salivate Metal, just to name a couple. 2 is 1. All these channels have discussed why these raids are a really bad idea. But I'm curious as to your thoughts on the issue of silver and gold premiums. Have you been able to continue your stacking, your stacking efforts because of the silver and gold prices being as high as they are, or did you have to kind of scale back, and are you waiting until prices drop even further before you continue stacking your silver and gold? Let me know in the comments down below. And I would like to quickly thank these elite channel supporters. And if you haven't already become a channel member, please check out the awesome perks and join today. With that, this is Empire Precious Metals. Until next time, long live the Empire.